Gary and I are out having a picnic today under my DIY awning. Well, not really. I want to introduce to you a couple of new additions to the picnic camping situation. You know Gary. And there's a couple more. Okay, so there's Gary. Everybody knows Gary. And there's Pat. She's back. And what is she wearing? She's wearing a Gary Says Get Outdoors t-shirt. And here's the newest addition. This is Coco. Say hi, Coco. We just got her a couple of days ago. And she's fitting in just fine. But the absolute newest addition is this. The OPENROAD4wd awning. It's a 270 awning. They sent it to me to do a review, and I'm telling you, so far I absolutely love it. It is, well, it's supposed to go up to 10 miles an hour wind, and I'm saying we have 5 to 10 right now going, and I don't have the feet down. So we're just going to be out here for a picnic, and just the four of us. Pugs, what can you do? So I'm going to insert right now the installation, the unboxing and installation, and then we'll come back for more picnicking. Well, here it is. We're doing the unboxing. This is the first time I've ever seen a 270 awning. I'm a little more than excited because I've been wanting one of these. Now, full disclosure, I was contacted by OPENROAD4wd or four-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it. They did offer this to me for free, to which I certainly did jump at. But they gave me some bullet points to talk about. But my opinion in the end on this will be my opinion. They have no say. So let's open this up and see what we got. All right, looks like it's packed pretty well. All right, here are your 3 connector plates. Hopefully I can get by using just 2 of them because I only have 2 on my rack. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we have our user manual, our 3 connections to the Bronco. Nice, heavy duty zipper. Now, you got 2 bags here. This has got the power cords because it does have lights. That's your cord or your strap when you want to attach it to the vehicle. And a whole bunch of nuts and bolts. And this one's going to be your stakes and your tie downs. So this is it, and I cannot wait. This is a little bag that will hang down that can hold all your stuff, which is nice. So for right now, I'm going to leave it as is, because the next step will be the installation, and I cannot wait for that. All right, so here's everything that comes with it in these little bags. These are the tie downs. You've got your stakes. These are the bolts, nuts, washers for if you have flat crossbars. That's what I tried installing before. You've got your instructions. Comes with 2 wrenches actually. There's your T-bolts, washers, nuts, and it comes with 3 brackets, but I'm only going to be able to use 2 since I only have 2 crossbars. But that's everything that comes in the box. And now I am going to attach the brackets to the T-channel here. You just take your little T-bolt and slide it in, and these brackets, the instructions show you to do it this way, but what I'm going to do, because I need as much height as possible, I am going to so what I'm going to do is I am going to be attaching it with the short end on the crossbar and the long end, and I'm also going to be going from the middle channel, and that should give me as much height as I can. I will put some bolts in the bottom channel and tie that on, and once I'm done with that, I will put it on the Bronco. Okay, so I've got the 4 bolts in, put the washers on. This is straightforward stuff. Got your nuts. And I'm going to go ahead and put the other bracket on. I'm just going to hand tighten it because once I get it up to the rack, I'm going to have to slide it into place. Alright, so I'm just going to put this other bracket on, and I don't know if I explained it or not. The flat crossbars I had, although they were nice, they were good looking, they did what I wanted them to do at the time, it did not work with this awning because they were too low. And the Bronco, the back hatch goes up so high it wouldn't open enough. And of course, that's my kitchen. I have my kitchen area and my fridge back there, and I couldn't do anything. So I contacted my representative there at OPENROAD4wd and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's not going to work." You know, I opened it up, I checked it out, it was really nice, but it just wasn't going to work with the Bronco. And she said, well, hold on, and sent me those crossbars for free, just like this awning was sent for free for a review. They didn't tell me I had to say anything about, you know, if I liked it or not. It's going to be my opinion. All they wanted was just for me to tell you guys some bullet points, which I would do anyway. Like how easy this thing is to set up, and it is easy. If you have the right setup, it'll go up in minutes. And of course, I didn't have the right setup, but I do now, or at least a better setup. And so they sent the awning for free for me to do a review on, and that's what I'm doing. And when I said the awning wasn't going to work, they sent me the crossbars for free and didn't even tell me I had to do a video about them. But I am, and it will be next week's video. So let me get these where they're supposed to go, pretty much. Let me get the rack ready on the top, and we'll come back. Okay, so the England person doing this, it was a little difficult. I have some tape on here just so the bolts didn't move in the channel, but it is on there. It is way up there. So I'm going to take it out onto the driveway and see how it looks. Okay, I know the lighting probably isn't all that great out here. It's monsoon season and it wants to rain. Then it gets sunny, then it wants to rain. So here it is. I have the zipper in the back. Flip this up and over. This is a little bag. You could put your stakes and tie downs in here if you want. Here's your little line. Okay, here it is. They wanted me to do a wind test. Well, I'm giving it a wind test. So here it is open. The height I have it is pretty darn good. I'm still going to have to do some adjusting. I didn't tighten it back here yet completely. And the important thing is the door just touches, and it's just fine for me to get in and do my thing. I think what I'll do is get a pool noodle and put it on that leg, but it just barely touches, which is nice. But with this wind, I think I'll put the towel there. So like I said, this is for, you can put your stakes and your tie downs in here. And here's your legs. They just twist and deploy. Put them back up, twist, and clip. This is where you plug in your lights. I'll do that when I'm camping because of the wind, and I don't really have it tied down completely or tightened down completely. I think I'm going to go ahead and complete this portion of the installation. I'm going to pull it back in the garage, and I'm going to make sure, see, this here needs to be lined up with the back. So I'm going to have to push it back a little bit this way so that this is out here so you can deploy the leg. But that's the fine tuning that needs to be done. But I'm going to go ahead. I'll show you how this thing gets put back in, if I can. So when I just put this up a minute ago, because I wanted to make sure it was even going to open, what I figured out you could do, first of all, there's a sign in the back, or some writing, I'll show you in a minute, where it says pull leg forward. So make sure you do that as you're bringing it in, that it gets pushed all the way forward. I saw a comment where somebody was having problems. It wasn't rolling up right, and I think that's because they didn't push or pull it back in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the cover and just bring it over the lip here. So that way it doesn't want to open back up. So now I'm going to take this. Jeez. I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it up really tight. And then I'm going to reach back here, grab that ring. Number 2. And then number 3. And then I'm going to roll this up. And I'm going to roll this up. Bring the zipper down. And then you're going to roll this back up. And there you go. That's it. That's the installation. Now to go camping. All right, so we're going to set this up real quick. It sets up nice and easy. Just going to flip this over here. Flip this over here. This is your pouch for your stakes and anything else you may need up there. I'm going to undo this. Let this come down. I already have the tie down attached. And now I'm going to just clip it to the rack, pull it tight, and that's it. That is set up in seconds. Can't beat that. Now, it's a little breezy out. This thing, if you go over 10 miles an hour in winds, they want you to tie it or stake it down. It just has these legs that are where you twist them. And that's it. You are set up. It's got lights on it. A little too bright out to be doing that, but I will right now insert a clip that I did from my driveway at night. You're going to plug in the lights here and just hook up to a little USB power source. Okay, so here we are out on my driveway. I've got the plugs in place, and I have a battery pack here. And when you first plug this in, let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, the lights, the switches, or where they're not really switches, it's buttons, just tap them. But they come on, do their thing. You just have to touch them lightly, which is pretty cool. So let me turn off my light here. And okay. So you can see the button location is lit up. So there's a yellow. There's yellow. 3 of them light up. If you want to have it brighter. And then I think there's a dull, oh, a little off color. And then off. Oops. So as you can see, it's quite dark out here. We do have some lights in the front. So let me turn these on. I'll just turn them on to the second position. You can see how well that lights up the area. Very cool, very, very cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow, that's nice. That's real nice. Let's see. And then we'll go off again. And my front door light went on. So wait a second for it to get dark again. Okay, it's dark. Just a little bit of glow from the lights out front there. Boom, boom, boom. Pretty sweet. The material on this is nice and thick and is blackout. And like I said, you can go 10-mile-an-hour winds without the legs. And they just clip in nice and easy. I don't think I really need the legs. I mean, there's a good breeze going, but I don't think this is going to be going anywhere at all. It's on here pretty good. I like it. And it's got zippers the whole way around, because it has an annex or walls to make this completely enclosed. And that is very cool. spots for your tie downs. Now if it's raining, which it's not raining, you can put a strap here and then the rain will run off. That's nice. Gives you plenty of shade. I have it high enough to, with the way I generally situate my kitchen, I have my fridge in here. I can stand up. This is about as tall as it goes. And I generally have my pull-out kitchen right here. I could still cook. I can stand. Works great. But as you saw in the installation video, I had to raise it as high as I could so that I would get this clearance. Your vehicle will vary. But I really like it. And then these open road crossbars are fantastic. Completely aluminum. And no problems at all with these. So this setup is pretty darn good. I like it. So we're just gonna kick back, have a little picnic, and enjoy this beautiful day in the forest. Well, we're done with our picnic, so I'm going to show you how this goes back. You just take it, unclip it, and bring it around. And you're going to pull this in. Now, what I found is easiest to do when you get to this point, bring the cover over so it catches the end. You have to make sure that this is pushed in correctly. You have all three of these flaps here. I take this, let's make sure you can see me, and instead of rolling it up this direction, I roll it up straight up underneath the flap here. Find the D-ring, get this first one done pretty tight, and that holds it all up. There you go. Now you take the back, fold it over, make sure the front is tucked in. I always zipper from the front to the back. It's got a nice pull on it. Great zippers. Once you get to the bag here, just roll it up. Then you're going to tuck the zipper in front, or not in front, but under this flap. Tuck the zipper in this flap right here, and there you go. Nice, compact, went in easy. I think if you roll it up straight up instead of at an angle, it makes it a lot easier. So that's it. The OPENROAD 4WD 270 awning. I even have the OPENROAD crossbars. They sent that to me because I had issues with my crossbars. And I will be doing a video next week about them. And that's it. Another beautiful day in the forest with the three amigos. As always, thanks for watching.